With over 1,400 visual effects shots, nearly half of them had been completed in the first two films. The combination of CGI, miniature sets, and live-action footage set a new standard for cinematic realism in fantasy filmmaking. Every battle sequence, every sweeping shot of Minas Tirith or Mount Doom, every massive army marching across Pelennor Fields, all of it was meticulously crafted to achieve a sense of awe and immersion unparalleled in cinema.
Look closely, and you'll see that The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, released in 2003, is more than just a film. It is a phenomenon, a cultural landmark, a story that weaves together war, friendship, sacrifice, and the very essence of humanity itself. But beneath its breathtaking visuals, its sweeping battlefields, and its triumphant victories, lies a world that very few have ever seen. A world of hidden risks, untold struggles, and secrets that even the most devoted fans might never know. This is the story behind the making of Return of the King, a story of obsession, dedication, and artistic ambition that pushed every person on set to their absolute limits. From October 2000 to June 2003, the production team worked tirelessly, almost around the clock. Scenes were shot, reshot, and perfected in ways that most viewers would never imagine. Even after principal photography officially wrapped, additional pickup shots continued for months. Scenes like Aragorn's coronation, extra moments in Mount Doom, all meticulously added long after most films would have been completed. And even after the film had won multiple Oscars, shots like the terrifying skull avalanche were filmed, rare proof of Peter Jackson's refusal to compromise on perfection. Few know that Viggo Mortensen, playing Aragorn, faced a life-threatening moment during filming. At the Black Gate, while delivering one of the film's most iconic speeches, Viggo was riding his horse through New Zealand's Rangipo Desert, a location littered with unexploded military shells from decades of training exercises. At one point, he accidentally strayed outside the designated safe zone. Peter Jackson reportedly feared that Viggo might be killed by an accidental blast. Every shot of that sequence carries the tension of real danger, something audiences would never guess when watching the film. The cast endured both physical and mental hardships beyond imagination. Elijah Wood, who played Frodo, and Andy Serkis, the voice and motion capture of Gollum, were each gifted the One Ring prop after filming. Both assumed it was the only copy in existence, a small symbol of their shared, intimate journey. Billy Boyd, as Pippin, improvised a haunting song during a karaoke scene. His voice struck such a chord with the directors that it became a permanent part of the film's soundtrack, one of the most emotional moments in the trilogy. John Rhys Davies, portraying Gimli, endured heavy prosthetics and makeup for hours each day. On the final day, frustrated beyond measure, he burned his mask in a symbolic act of relief. These anecdotes may seem small, but they reveal the extraordinary physical and emotional toll the actors endured to bring Middle-earth to life. The film that reached audiences was not exactly the one originally planned. Aragorn's Black Gate battle was initially conceived as a direct confrontation with Sauron himself. It was later changed to a fight against a giant troll, heightening both drama and suspense. The climactic showdown between Frodo and Gollum took over a year to shoot. Every movement, every expression, every subtle gesture was painstakingly captured because it was the emotional core of the story. The Witch King's costume and helmet were redesigned to subtly mislead the audience, keeping viewers on edge and ensuring Sauron remained an ever-present threat. Even the gigantic Oliphants, the Mumakil seen on the battlefield of Pelennor Fields, were constructed as full-scale practical props, not CGI. At the time, they were the largest on-set cinematic props ever built, creating a presence that was both terrifying and breathtaking. Not every filmed scene made it to the final cut. Aragorn's Black Gate battle required additional setups even after principal shooting was completed. Eowyn's transformation into the Rohan warrior had extra moments that were ultimately removed.
Aragorn's coronation required additional setups even after principal shooting was completed. These deleted and extended scenes are now mostly available only in the extended edition, a treasure trove for fans seeking the full depth of the story. Return of the King wasn't just a success at the box office, it changed the very way films are made. With over 1,400 visual effects shots, nearly half of them had been completed in the first two films. The combination of CGI, miniature sets, and live-action footage set a new standard for cinematic realism in fantasy filmmaking. Every battle sequence, every sweeping shot of Minas Tirith or Mount Doom, every massive army marching across Pelennor Fields, all of it was meticulously crafted to achieve a sense of awe and immersion unparalleled in cinema. More than just a story of fantasy, Return of the King is a testament to human perseverance. It represents the extraordinary collaboration of thousands of people, artists, set designers, coordinators, and above all, director Peter Jackson, whose vision was uncompromising. Every sword clash, every tear, every triumph on screen was the result of tireless effort, precise planning, and unwavering dedication. And that is why, even today, it remains one of the most revered fantasy films in history, not just for its story, but for the extraordinary journey behind its making. So the next time you watch The Return of the King, remember this: beneath the glittering battles, the magical landscapes, and the heroic triumphs lies a story of real danger, relentless determination, and untold secrets, the dark side of making one of the greatest films ever made. Middle-earth may exist on screen, but its real magic? It was forged in sweat, fire, and sheer human will.